Mike P versus Jack Boy. I mean, let's talk about it, right? Because, and I think this is probably the last time I'm going to talk about it because I already said so much. I feel like when you get a message out, the more you try to relay that message, the more your original message kind of gets lost. And I'm not going to speak on the blog that much, but I want to talk about like post blog, like after that video that I put out on Thursday, I believe, Wednesday or Thursday. And I just want to speak on it for probably the last time. I want to tell y'all the point of the whole blog. It's like 39 minutes long, 43 minutes long, something like that. But in a nutshell, in the smallest nutshell I could possibly put it in, the whole point of that blog was I feel like at this point in my career, URL's not really fucking with me right now. Or at least not, they don't have a plan for me. If they have a plan for you, battles get, you get called and they just want you to battle certain people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like for maybe 6 out of the 8 years I've been on URL, I've gotten treated very good. And I just felt like the last couple of years it just hasn't really been that way, and I felt like it was from issues that are out of my control. But then I feel like when I overcome those things and I sit here now more popular and more supported than ever, I think, to be honest, why have you forgotten? You know what I'm saying? That at least was my message. And the whole point of the blog was I've wrapped this on stage. I've sent this through messages. I've sent this through calls, tweets. I've talked about it many times. How I feel like, I could get thrown into the fire a couple of more times than I usually do. It usually takes me a really long time to like get, a certain type of opportunity, which I feel like should be more available to me. Also, one thing I want to clarify is that blog has to do with me. I know Nun came out with his third round. That is his situation. I don't speak for other people's situations. I really try not to. I don't really talk about people's business. It's not something I do. If you look on this YouTube channel, I never do that. There's not one video where I am addressing anything that doesn't have to do with me and my career and something that I need to talk about to my own fans or to the battle rap community or the people that don't even like me that are just interested in possibly knowing the truth behind something, right? I really don't talk on drama. So as far as like the Nun round and even Easy the Block Captain, like all their situations really has nothing to do with it. That blog was about me and me only. And the whole point of that blog was I feel like URL doesn't really care. Now here is where I feel like I have confirmed that. I have publicly confirmed that over the course of the last few days since I've made that blog. And my confirmation comes in the form of not a single call, not a single text, not a single anything, not a message, not anything. Beasley called me 10 minutes before I did the blog. Probably called me to just see what I was going to talk about. But I felt like at that time I was like, I'm just going to talk about what I want to talk about. And then, if he is that interested, he would call me after, right? But no text, no call. That's confirmation for everything I said, right? So I proved myself right. I didn't need to do it publicly, but I felt like I did. I felt like it was necessary to tell my fans and even people that aren't my fans, right? So for me, that's confirmation. 5 days passed by, multiple the biggest bloggers in the world speaking on it. It went everywhere, ripples throughout the entire community, right? So obviously they felt those ripples. I'm sure they saw the video, you know what I'm saying? So whether I expected a text message from someone going, you know what, Mike, let's get this Jack battle rescheduled. And then, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the blog, right? Not even an expectation like that. Not even a negative response, right? Good luck on your endeavors. We're never booking you again. You know what I'm saying? I feel like either of them would have proved me wrong, right? I mean, because then there would have shown some level of care. But that's my point right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, you move that final chess piece and you sit back knowing there's no more moves you can make. You know, and I think it's difficult for a lot of people that don't fuck with me because you know, one, you got a lot of battle bloggers that, you know, like I fuck with Chris Unbiased, man. I really do. I don't know how many times I got to say that. And I don't say that for him to not be, you know, but he, you know, he spoke on my video and he put out a video yesterday and you know, the title is the complaining balls. I don't know if that's directed towards me, but nobody here is complaining. My final chess piece has been moved. If you don't understand why that move has been made, you know, maybe you should rely more on what I'm saying and not what you think. I'm telling you everything. You know? No text, no call, no fuck you, no you're right, no you're wrong. Silence. Offense. You know? They clearly took offense. And it's a weird thing to say, like, how did we get here? How did we get here? If you think we got here from my blog, if you think me and Kid Chaos possibly being my last battle in the URL for quite some time or ever was from what I said in my blog, you didn't hear what I said in my blog. You didn't. I want to speak on another thing that people are talking about, like the I don't know why people are making my words for ARP and RBE and talking about like my leverage and all this stuff. You know, all of that stuff doesn't really matter when I don't care anymore. Did you not see what I just did on Thursday? Do you not see what I'm doing right now? Does this sound like somebody that's worried about their position in battle rap? As emotional as some people think I am, as you know what I'm saying, I get it. Sometimes I have a whiny voice. Sometimes I'm actually complaining. I'm going to figure out these mic settings so you can't make fun of me anymore. I don't know how many times I could explain how like unimportant that is. You could run my track record. You could see my tweets. You could see things I've talked about. You could see ways that I've talked about it. I was never involved in any of that. And because I don't want to battle on RBE, I mean, I'm seeing bloggers said that I said, fuck the blue room. What? What are you talking about, man? Nobody ever said that. It was ARP, actually. Then this is the funny thing, right? Everyone thinks I'm like just getting at ARP. Me and ARP have taken jabs at each other. On Twitter a few months ago, when someone tagged ARP, some random person tagged ARP and said, Mike P in the blue room, man. And ARP quoted it and was like, nope. So everyone talking about Mike P's losing leverage by what leverage? What are you talking about? Leverage? You're looking at the leverage, man. I could leverage my career for whatever I want to do. Right? I have nothing against I have nothing against him. I said the daylight thing that he did, I thought was a smear campaign. I didn't appreciate it. That was before I've been to RB League. I've been to the league before. I saw Pat stay in Verb and Daylight and Loso. I was standing on stage for Daylight and Loso. And I just felt like he did Daylight dirty. I didn't even say nothing about it. Honestly, publicly, I didn't say nothing about it. I was just like, I wouldn't want to battle on that league. If that ever came around, you know, I consider Daylight a friend. I fuck with Daylight, and yeah, no, I wouldn't battle on the league. What is spicy about that? Right? What is spicy about that? What is tea about that? You know what I'm saying? Ask ARP if Mike P should be on the league. He'll say the same thing. He'll go, I don't fucking want him on the league. You know what I'm saying? That's like a mutual decision that me and him both made without saying anything. You know what I mean? He knows what I've said about, things, and I know what he's said about things. There you go. Let's not get the point of everything I spoke about, blinded by, ridiculous conversations. And I want to say this, right? I want to talk to the real mid tiers and the bottom tiers that I consider in the URL that has that has had opinions on me and subbed me and send little snarky comments my way and all that stuff. Let me tell you something. And I am speaking to the last 4 generations of the new guys that have came and went, are on a treadmill, or are still here doing whatever you're doing, right? If Kid Chaos is my last battle on URL, that would be all I would ever need to do to solidify a place in this culture that y'all will never reach. So for the guys that think I'm crashing out, or the guys that think I'm a crybaby and this and that, dude, you guys have been here so long, I can't believe you still battle. Because I don't even know. I don't know when you guys battle. So all these little jokes that y'all want to fly off, you want to call having a spine crashing out? Pop. Pop. I'm not going to do tit for tats for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, as far as like constantly, because I don't need to clear up anything, right? You just say a message and then that's it. And this is probably the last time I'm really going to, drive it home. It's pretty obvious, right? I said they don't care. Clearly they don't. Point proven. And then I move on. That's it. So as far as me and Jack, I don't know. I don't know if they'll reschedule it. If they don't, it's whatever. I got my front end, which is crazy that I don't know if Jack ever got his. I hope he did. So whether it's me or him, whether it's 5 months down the line, 3 years down the line, when they want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's whatever. It's whatever. But calling it complaining, just not me. Not my story. Not me. I can't speak for nobody. But not me.